Trigger warning for this video. Topics in this video include transphobia, misgendering, dead naming, promotion and encouragement of self-harm, talk of animal abuse, animal murder, zoophilia, bestiality, necrophilia, cannibalism, and things of that nature. If any of these are a trigger, you may want to sit out on this video. So, as many of you may know, I found a cult leader. For those who don't know, I'd highly recommend watching my first video, but a TLDR, I found a 14-year-old necrophile in cannibalism who supports animal abuse and self-harm, and has a cult full of kids who all support the same things. I promised to follow up with some information updates, and since lots of new information has been sent to me, here's the follow-up. So, Mortis made a pair of responses to my video, and we'll be looking over them and, well, in all honesty, disproving everything he says. It genuinely is kinda sad how easily I'm able to show how bad this guy is, and I would feel bad if he wasn't so, you know, terrible.
There's a lot of misinformation on the 70 bullets section of that video, so let me clear this up. The Jack You Taste So Good thing is recent. I made it like 4 days ago or something. The other drawings are not of me and Birdie. They are of my recent, well, not recent, but like my last exes at that time, which was October of 2019. I posted those on 70 Bullets, and I was not, like, obsessing over Birdie at all on that account. I was obsessing over my past exes. The only time that I was actually obsessing over Birdie was, like, 2 months ago or something, or 1 month ago, on this account and, like, all of my other alt accounts.
Mortis has this really great habit of just digging his grave deeper and deeper. He corrects me that he was sexually harassing his exes, plural, so several people. He was also recently harassing Birdie, and not in 2018 as I was told. It's clear now instead of just sexually harassing one person like 3 years ago, he was harassing several, and is still doing it as recently as January. Really should have just kept his mouth shut, but it makes my job a lot easier.
Also, Floofy, I don't know why you're acting like you're not immature as well, because you've been, like, mocking me with your friends. I don't know, it's stupid, like, why? I may be a so-called edgelord, but at least I didn't harass you or your friends or anything.
I've racked my brain trying to figure out what I've said that could be considered harassment. I think he's mixing me up with 2 people I no longer associate with, and those people's actions really don't have anything to do with me, especially since I've made it nearly impossible for them to contact me. They did make lots of weird jokes about his necrophilia and tell him to die, which, surprise surprise, I do not condone in the slightest, which is why I stopped speaking to them shortly after my video was made.
Your description isn't helping either. You called me a depresso emo boy. I think that's a bit ableist, or however you pronounce that word, because that's, like, making fun of depression. Okay.
As someone who has depression, no, I can say that what this person's comment, who, once again, isn't me, is not ableist in any way. Something that will likely come as a surprise is that depression has several meanings. There's the most commonly known, and what Mortis is referring to, major depressive disorder, and then depressed, meaning a general state of unhappiness, which is what this person is referring to. I can't really be mad at him for mixing it up, but just wanted to put that out there. Overall, pretty bad argument, so let's just move on to his next response, which is a YouTube video, 7 minutes long. Hooray.
Basically, I have, like, a bunch of stuff to clear up because people keep spreading misinformation, and it's really, really annoying.
Mortis is going to try and clear up all of the misinformation I'm spreading. Let's look at everything he said.
First of all, I do not have an IP logger in my card anymore. If I did, I would be doxing literally everyone who comments on my crew, and, like, the majority of people are just, like, hating on me, so obviously I would want to dox my haters, but I don't have an IP logger anymore. I had that back in, like, December, maybe? Yeah, December was when I had an IP logger. I got rid of that. I don't have it anymore.
Does he know that that's even worse? I said that apparently he may have an IP logger, not that he did. I just wanted to say that in the comments just in case. But he decided to admit that he did have an IP logger and would dox people. I have proof of that I can show later on. And only stopped doing that in December of 2020.
I also really don't recommend listening to Floofy on the most parts. They got like a lot of things wrong and are like acting immature towards me. I know that I came at them first, but it's but I still think that like there's someone else who made a much better video, and they had like, I don't know, they didn't insult me once, which was good. If you want things to be actually clear, I think you should check them out. Their username is Roser Vixen. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah.
Oh, Mortis, I am so glad that you bring up Roser's video. So, my video was full of misinformation and insults, right? Well, I watched Roser's video, like, twice, and in her video, she literally used some of my exact screenshots, and in one part, she nearly quoted me in her arguments. She also called you a disgusting human scum and a bad nut, which, super fun fact, are not compliments. Also, just want to quickly say, I literally have no problem with Roser using my screenshots and making a video on the same topic with similarities. I'm only pointing it out because Mortis decided to either not watch the video and hope for the best, or he's just straight up lying. But yeah, also go check out Roser Vixen. Their current videos are quite cool and well made, but back to the topic at hand.
So another like really big point I need to make is that DICE is not a cult. I wanted to start making it into a cult because I thought that would be fun, but I guess people don't want me to do that since they keep like calling me a cult leader and stuff like that. It's an organization, and that's what it will most likely always be.
Alright, this statement is just straight up dog water. Not only is it required to worship Mortis to be in DICE, but they also ban members who show interest in a group called Psi. The definition of a cult is a system of religious veneration and devotion directed towards a particular figure or object, a relatively small group of people having religious beliefs or practices regarded by others as strange or sinister, or a misplaced or excessive admiration for a particular person or thing. And DICE literally ticks all of those definitions, so it's a cult.
Also, people aren't really providing much information, which is like kind of giving me a bad reputation when there's not even any proof. So if you're gonna make accusations, for example, animal abuse, please give like concrete evidence, because I haven't seen that, not once.
Ask and you shall receive. Here's some more evidence of Mortis being a sick human being who supports animal abuse and murder. Mortis has encouraged and praised one of his crazy fans for murdering their pet fish, encouraged someone wanting to murder animals, and has literally admitted to killing his own dog. How fun! There's even more, but this will be addressed a little bit later on, as it's abuse of a different variety. For now, let's continue.
About the slurs, I could not care less who says slurs, because they're not hurting anyone unless you use them in an actual like offensive way.
Kind of like you did to me, Mortis?
Also, I do not expect to be forgiven because like I know I'm a bad person. I'm aware of that.
Now, this section is really fun in my opinion. Mortis literally admits how he is fully aware of how terrible his actions are. Now, I highlight this because his cult members like to throw around his age a lot, despite him being the same age as me. Age can be used as an argument since kids tend to not know how serious their actions are. Mortis, however, throws this out the window by stating he is aware of how bad they are. Just wanted to quickly slip that in there. Now, we already established in the last video that Mortis supports self-harm, but I decided to just hammer it in a little bit more. Here we have Mortis saying he doesn't encourage self-harm, and then immediately encouraging it. Him saying he won't discourage it and that he finds it hot is, a surprise to Mortis and his cult, actually encouragement. These next 6 screenshots are Mortis either telling people to cut for him, or taking advantage of mentally unstable kids. They're a little bit older, but it shows that Mortis has been taking advantage of people and hurting them for a very long time now. Final screenshot, Mortis literally calling two people's open self-harm wounds pretty. I'm just simply not going to explain why this is disgusting. Remember earlier when I said I'd show some more animal abuse evidence? Yeah, I think it's about time we do that now. Now, this screenshot may not have his username in it, but it's clearly Mortis with his profile picture and writing style. It shows that Mortis not only thinks animal rape is hot, but also that he's done it to his dog. Along with that, two screenshots where Mortis basically admits to having fucked dead animal bodies. How fucking disgusting. Also, forgot to include this in the script, but here's a drawing that Mortis did, very, very lovely, of him fucking a dog. I can't really provide any commentary on it. It's just him fucking a dog. So, something a bit tamer than the last section, just some good old transphobia. I can't escape it. How wonderful. Now, before we get into this section, I have to say it's unclear whether Mortis is trans or cis. Many people who have been close to him claim that he is, yet he has said to me that he isn't, but in all honesty I don't really trust what he says to me, so it's unclear if he's basically pulling a Calvin Guerra, or if he's just a transphobic cis person. In all honesty, it doesn't really matter, but I still wanted to explain that. By this logic of a not normal username and drawing anthro characters, he'd also be a woman? And we love when a dog fucker runs out of all arguments and knows he's backed into a corner, so he goes after something that I literally cannot change. Also, he's gonna lose his fucking mind when he learns that the only thing that determines gender is your brain, and not clothing or voice. Next is him and a few other transphobes bonding over being terrible human beings. How fun. This also leads us into our next section, DICE in general being transphobic. Now, we have a user who, unrelated, but is also spreading rumors about me claiming I called people the R slur, which is fun, saying that I need to be dead named because I'm smart enough to know not to beat dogs or tell people to slit their wrists. I'm actually going to leave this person's Instagram in the description because considering they are not only so heavily transphobic, but they're also just straight up lying, I think it'd be safe to block them. Please do not attack them, regardless of how vile this person is. I do not condone attacking anyone, even transphobes. Next is the co-owner, Satan, saying they enjoy dead-naming people behind their backs. Yeah, DICE is totally a family. Definitely a safe environment to make friends. God. Now, I only have one person who's come forward about this, but Mortis has threatened to dox users before. He even ended up actually doxing a few users as well. I of course don't have pictures because, well, it's a fucking dox. For anyone who doesn't know what doxing is, a dox is when someone releases personal information about a user, most notably their home address, but can also be things like their face, their legal name, and even their gender identity, such as with Aisha Erotica, where the fact that she was trans was revealed to the public and she had to unfortunately quit. He's not only doxed a user known as Alex, he's also doxed a user who they refer to as Jazz, but I will call Zach as I believe that's the name that they go by. I have not been in contact with Zach, so I'll only show the screenshots that I have from a very helpful doc that I found that I will be linking in the description, that goes significantly more in depth on some of the older issues. In short, Mortis and his friends out a trans person to their transphobic father, putting this person's life in danger. How fun. They also wanted to leak incredibly sensitive information like this person's relationship status and the fact that they have hurt themselves in an attempt to do nothing other than hurt Zach. Combined with Mortis' response video saying he wants to dox people, and the fact that there's these two known victims, it's pretty clear Mortis supports and enjoys doxing people. Once again, while I've already made this video and the original one, there's still probably more to cover, so sadly I may be forced to come back to this terrible topic. But for now, thank you for watching my Mortis follow-up. Once again, I will link the Instagram accounts you need to block, Roser Vixen's video, and the doc I found going over Mortis' issue, all in the description. Make sure to go check everything out. Until then, see ya. So, as many of you may know, as many of you name-o, yes, name-o. Fuck, my mic! I think I'm legally obligated to leave that in as a blooper because it's so fucking stupid.